Receiving simulator transmission. Uploading transmitted feed. Initializing playback sequence. Log execute.
Hey everyone, Seipher here, and welcome back to Seipher Plays Pokémon Fire Red Nuzlocke. In the last episode, we made our way through Route 3, caught a few team members, bought a magic cart for an outrageous amount of money, and in this episode, we will be making our way through Mount Moon. I have gone ahead and changed up my team a little. As you can see, we've added Henry VII, who has gotten up there. I will be keeping him from evolving for a bit, just so that I can get a certain move. He has a modest nature, which, as I said, minus attack plus special attack. And unfortunately, Poppy is very much the same. She also has a plus special attack nature minus attack nature, which is not very good for her species. But she'll do for what we need. I didn't plan on using her for the long haul. Anyway, I did go through here and clear out a few trainers in this bottom corner, and I just wanted to start here because there are a few items to grab. Yeah, this one in particular, this rare candy, don't want to miss. I believe I cleared out that guy, but I'll go check after I run away from this guy. I'm leading with Henry because he's pretty far behind the others, and I want him to get most of the experience going forward. Yeah, I defeated that guy, so now I gotta go back around this thing and get that item ball, and then we can progress onward. I won't be going for every item, just the majority of them. Anything that I think will help me in my Nuzlocke. Okay, well, I kind of wish I had bought some repels back at Pewter City during my grinding session, but oh well. It takes more time for me to get through here than so be it. Okay, well, let's hope that we can make at least some decent time. There is at least one more side path that I want to take, because there is an item down it that I don't want to miss, and might as well battle you. Okay, yeah, it is bigger than we thought. That kinda is the case for most Pokemon games. The areas you visit are always bigger than they appear. I would normally want to try and get some EVs on Maverick here, but I can always train him in special attack EVs from Oddish or something better a bit later on. Well, yeah, I guess better, because he did learn Bite at level 19. Poison Sting. Not the best, but I might as well get rid of Leer. I don't really intend to use it. You never know when you can use some poisoning. And I know he has Poison Point already, but it could be useful to just use Poison Sting rather than only having 2 attacking moves that could be resisted by something else. Like, I'm pretty sure this Bellsprout would resist Double Kick, and Peck, well, Peck is super effective, but it's not going to last this entire thing. Okay, and as I said, I'm going to be keeping Henry from evolving, so just gotta press the B button over and over again to prevent them from evolving, or give them an Everstone, which eats up their hold item slot, but in exchange you don't have to do the B button thing, you don't get the evolution prompt. Okay, well, hopefully I don't run into too many more Zubats and whatnot, because I want to get through this place at a reasonable pace. So there's one item here. We'll fight that rocket grunt after I get it. A TM 46 Thief, which basic dark move, 40 power, steals the opponent's held item if they have one. Could be useful for getting certain items later on, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. I did sell the star piece I got at the end of the last episode back in Pier City, and I bought a bunch of Pokeballs. Not that I'll be needing to use them for a bit, because we're going to be taking a bit of time to get to a new area, but with how big this place is. Luckily, I think Henry has got this situation handled. Unfortunately, his poison point can't work against this Zubat, but he'll handle it just fine on his own. Okay, I know I said that I wanted to train Henry here, but Ekans' AI always carries Intimidate, so might as well have Happy use his Confusion. I did kind of flub my explanation of why Modest is a good nature for Happy, because I went into how it's not good for his typing, but Happy's base stats are more geared to special attacking, so Modest raising special attack and him getting a lot of psychic moves makes it pretty helpful. Anyway, that was the side path. Oop. Okay, well then, I could run, but running makes it more likely for wild Pokemon to spawn, so better to just go with this slow and steady pace. Okay, Rattata, nice. We can double kick that down easily. Yeah. Now then, I suppose in terms of things to talk about, I would also like to apologize for the audio of the last recording. I didn't get to listen to it till very late into the process after getting it to render due to some issues on my end. And it sounds a bit off because I had my ceiling fan going compared to how my usual setup is that I don't have it on. So I'll try to keep on top of that in the future, but my voice doesn't sound as robotic as that made it come off. I suppose a bit of behind the scenes, I edit these videos using DaVinci Resolve, and I had a few hiccups getting the previous episode to render, mainly due to Resolve being out of date. I haven't ever had that sort of issue happen before, but it resolved itself, thankfully, once I updated, so hopefully I don't have that issue again. Okay. That guy is a trainer, I believe, and I do want to fight him, but there is one thing that I want to make sure to grab that's right before we leave this section of the cave. Yep, a Moonstone, which will be critical to evolving Henry once he gets up to level 20. Well, level 20 is when I'm holding off to evolve him first, and then I'm going to hold him off from evolving again with that Moonstone because, well, the next gym is a water gym, and when Henry is fully evolved, he'll be a part ground type, which, while useful, would make him not so useful against the second gym. I also have to be sure to keep on top of my team's levels because the next level cap is 21, and I am actually pretty closer than I probably should be at this point, but I can always rearrange how I fight the next few battles because more often than not, I don't really rush the gym in the next city. I, more often than not, put it off, do some training in the grass outside, then fight meet a certain someone that we've got coming up, and then maybe explore or above the city for a bit. I'll be probably heading straight for the gym when I get there after catching a new Pokemon on the route west of this next city. I don't really know why I'm not calling these cities by their names. At this point, this game is nearly 20 years old, and it's a remake of an even older game, so most people probably do know what it's called. Well, what the city's called, so no reason to beat around the bush. Okay, this guy is taking a bit longer than I thought he would. Granted, rock types, not really the best to fight them with physical moves because their defense is off the charts, but I can get Henry through this. I'll probably heal him up after this. He's more than earned it, and I want to keep this deathless streak going, see how far I can go before something goes wrong, because I know no streak of luck can ever really last in these Nuzlockes. Okay, yeah, I bought a lot of Pokeballs, and I did buy a few potions to go along with the 5 that I bought in Viridian City. Well, 3 that I bought in Viridian City and 2 that I was given. Okay, so now that we're back in basement floor 1, we can just make our way this ladder and get to basement floor 2. Yep, there is something up here. Okay, selling fodder. Normally that would be a very good item at this point, but for a Nuzlocke, every death is permanent, so revives basically just free money. Okay, and I know I've encountered Team Rocket twice at this point, both in the last episode and this episode, but it's time to really talk about them. The evil teams of the Pokemon games, ranging from evil gangsters run by an Italian mob boss to fashion-obsessed people that want to destroy the world because it isn't beautiful enough. It's been pretty hit and miss, but I think that this was a pretty good start for evil teams in Pokemon. I do think that later on some of them get a bit better, but those are discussions for other times. Okay, well, I'm not gonna stick around like this. Happy's just gonna kind of deal with this uber defense that he's got put up. I could just sleep powder him and make this fight trivial, but I wasn't actually expecting a one-shot. Guess I'm a bit too strong for my own good. I think I'll use another potion after I stop this evolution. Okay, I know you want to evolve Henry, but it's not time just yet. One more level. That's this. I know he's not that weak, but better to keep him up to full rather than risk being killed by a crit from one of these trainers. All because I didn't bother to take the time to heal him up. Yeah, really regret not getting the repel, but it's okay. There's not too much left to do here. Yeah, I'll be sure to grab a few repels after I get some more money at the next gym. The current level cap, I suppose, since I talked about it earlier, is 21. However, for those eagle-eyed of you in this series have noticed or have seen the rules in every description of the videos, I do play with the edge addendum, in which case, if I level up over the level cap mid-battle, it's fine, which I personally don't see an issue with. You can't really control, well, I suppose you can control by not going in near the point of leveling up, but I feel like if you're gonna fight a gym leader, you usually have a plan involving one or two Pokemon, and gym leaders usually carry multiple Pokemon, so the odds of you leveling up mid-fight are pretty high, so no use in worrying about over-leveling mid-fight. I suppose I could tell you that this isn't my first Pokemon Nuzlocke. I've done at least one other, but as I said in a previous episode, that's a story for another time. It's why I think I've been so lucky. That experience has given me at least some instinct of what to do to get through this. And stop by a wild Pokemon, just one space short. Oh, I'm sure we can just get through here with no issues. Stop. You found both those. I wasn't even gonna take them. What the heck? Super Nerd Miguel, what the heck? Okay, well, since you want to be like this, I am going to just beat you up and take one of them as an apology from you. You really should have just let me pass. I didn't even want either of these because I know that we can only revive them way later down the line, and by the rules of a Nuzlocke, I can only revive one of them. Well, by my rules anyway. So, let's just get through this. I'm not gonna attack you physically because I can't remember if Voltorbs used by the AI normally have static or soundproof. So I'm just gonna use this to show off one move Poppy got during grinding Magnitude. One of my more preferred ground type moves. Granted, Earthquake is a thing and it's powerful and reliable, but Magnitude can be pretty good. And it's going to be my key to beating the third gym. But that's something to focus on for another time. Let's switch back in Henry, and hopefully he'll level up off this. Yeah, he should. Because Coughing is one of those Pokemon that gets a lot of experience. So let's just switch Happy in, because he'll be able to deal with this, as Coughing has a lot of physical defense, but his special defense is severely lacking. Okay, and with that, we've beaten Super Nerd Miguel. I'm going to take a prize from him as an apology. And Henry VII is trying to learn Horn Attack, which is what I was hoping for. Goodbye, Focus Energy. 65 power, normal type move. It's not the best, but for right now, it's the best physical attacking move that he'll have access to. And after he eventually becomes Nidoking, he won't be learning moves by level up until like the early late 40s, so oh well. Anyway, this will be great. Nido ran into Nidorino. We do have the Moonstone, so we could evolve him right now, but as I said earlier, I'm not going to evolve him right away due to the second gym, because the second gym is a water type. Now, I have a choice of fossils, Dome or Helix. I suppose just to reference Twitch Plays Pokemon, I will praise Almighty Lord Helix. I'm not going to revive it anyway. I have other ideas if I ever need to revive a fossil Pokemon. Or if I ever want to. I mean, I'm more of a Kabutops guy among these two, but I personally feel the third option is the best one that I could take, Nuzlocke, mainly because of its stat distribution. And with that, we are out of Mount Moon. We're nearly done. These two guys teach Mega Punch and Mega Kick. I don't really feel like learning it. You know what? I'm gonna end this episode here. I know that I could go on and get to the next area, catch a Pokemon, and then challenge the gym, but I think I've done quite a bit in this episode already, so I will meet you guys right back here. No jumping around, no grinding, and I will see you guys next time. Until then, stay gold.
Playback sequence terminated. Transmission disconnected.